Hi everyone. So as promised, I said that I would begin to read some extracts from my book, Until the Last Breath. And I've already mentioned that I wrote this book because, I felt that we were living in a time where information was everywhere, that we had access to vast amounts of information. But in my opinion, I didn't really feel that it was having a positive effect. I felt that human beings were being overwhelmed with information. And so now, when a book is presented or another opinion is presented or the text is presented, people don't really have the time to contemplate or read or extract or correctly interpret things as they're written, because they're just being flooded with streams of information. So I wrote this book because I felt that I really wanted to bring people into a deep experience of their central truth, of that which is inscribed in one's heart, that which is what the texts call the real treasure. The image and likeness of God, the light of God, the nature of God within us that we lose sometimes. And so I wanted to write a book that used universal text from every tradition, from every tribe, that was pointing to the same direction. And it was that I wrote this book in mind for all of you who are searching. So here on page 169, I use a text from the book of Romans written by Paul. He says, "For when Gentiles who do not have the law by nature do what the law requires, they are a law on themselves, even though they do not have the law." And Paul was referring to the law of Moses, the 10 Commandments, that these laws were very much universal laws. It's universal truth. The Buddha spoke about these truths. But my point here is Paul goes on to say that they show that the work of the law is written on their hearts, while their conscience bears witness and their conflicting thoughts accuse or even excuse them. So here Paul clearly confirms that the law is written in the tablets of our hearts. This law that is everywhere, seen in the universe, seen in Mother Earth, is in fact right there at the center of our being. But when we don't really understand this law or have reference to this law, or we lose ourselves, we lose our center, this light, this truth, this essence is then very difficult to discern, to know, to extract, to feel, to sense, and we lose our way. And so here in the commentary, I've written, the light of God is within us. His love is within all of us. His essence is within us. His ways are inscribed within our beautiful hearts. We don't need religion or religious teachers to teach us how to discover or unlock this. We simply need to sit in the stillness of our hearts and allow the truth to come to the surface. Stillness alone will bring that forward. We don't need to go to an assembly. We don't need to go to a mosque or a synagogue to extract that which is deeply within us. And this is why I so respected and loved the way that the Buddha taught the way. He was masterful in his approach, surrounded by a time of religious leaders and groups. He taught souls to first return to stillness, to sit quietly and allow the purity of silence and stillness to reveal itself. Stillness and silence are both the languages of God. What a beautiful and truly authentic place to start your journey. The purity of stillness is where it all starts. This is untarnished, it's pure. From here, we can begin our journeys into the sacred center and discover, as Paul wrote in Romans, the very law, Dharma, is written in our hearts. Here in this beautiful psalm, King David also mentions, be still and know that I am God. The book of Psalms, 46, Psalm 46 and verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. So hopefully, as I open the pages each day, you can get a little bit of the resonance of this book, a little bit of the essence of this book. And I hope that, like so many who are discovering it, you too will purchase a copy. And if you know anyone who's really hungry to know their true self, that you would pass the message on, that you would, just say, hey, there's a book out there. It's called Until the Last Breath. With all the respect and love for your life and journey, I wish you all the best.